What's going on, guys? Just an update on some of my mower projects. I just sold the Craftsman GT. It took me a little while to get it listed, mainly because I was being lazy and also wanted to use it some. I don't want to just sell something without using it, to make sure that everything actually works. So I mowed the grass with it, used to tow a trailer around a little bit. So I listed that and my Cub Cadet, which has been my primary tractor here, that came with my house. And I listed them both yesterday. I listed the Craftsman for $600 cash, and the Cub Cadet was $750. Both of them I had messages within an hour or two, and I was really kind of surprised because we're mid-May, almost getting close to June now. I kind of thought most people would have a mower that needed one, but I guess they can still break mid-season. So basically the Craftsman, the guy lived 25 minutes from me. He offered $500. He said he needed me to deliver it to him though, and I said, if you need me to deliver it, I need the full price. So you come here, look at it, give me cash, I'll follow you to your house. And I didn't really like his response. He was like, look, this is, I have 500, I'm only 20 minutes away. And I'm just like, I was kind of done with him. But I had to go to the MVA yesterday. So I'm sitting in the MVA for an hour, just waiting, just playing around with my phone. So I thought, maybe I can work something out. So I just asked him, I said, do you have any old tractors that you want to get rid of? And he said, well, I have this Murray. And I was like, oh, Murray. So he sent me a picture, and basically we'll just make this short and sweet. I have another identical black Murray Select tractor that I just did the whole video on. This one, however, was the we'll call it the Independence model. Sorry, Derek from Vice Grip Garage. This basically, the guy, and he said he knew nothing about mechanical things or anything like that. He said it just stopped working on him. And so I go and take a look at this before I even showed him the Craftsman, and I just go and I start trying to turn the motor, and now you can see it, you can feel it has compression, it spins over nicely, but it would kind of bind up where I couldn't get it to go past anything. And I realized that the belt was just jammed up on the pulley right there. So I yanked the belt off of it, and it's pinned over. And then I also realized while I was doing that the motor, well, everything is completely, so that's not even screwed down. The engine is not bolted down. So it actually does start. It's got a good battery on it, and it does have brakes. So we're already better than the last one I had. So the battery is new, 2020. Sorry, right up, it cranked right over. I thought the engine was knocking because the thing was bouncing around so much. So I'm not going to do that right now. Both blades spin, so I don't know why the belt got jammed up in there. I'll figure it out. But so essentially I took this in trade. We're going to call it that I paid $100 for this, but I have this belt already, because if you remember from the last Murray, the guy that I bought that from for $50 had an extra belt that it's a brand new, good quality, not like an Amazon cheap belt, that I can put right on this, and it's the one that's bad. So knock on wood, I might be able to fix this thing without spending any real money on it. I can just give it a little spit and polish and pressure washing, sharpen the blades, change the oil, bolt the engine down, try to see if I can tighten this. Actually, I guess it's not that bad. It seemed like, yeah, it's kind of loose. It's missing some screws somewhere down there, I guess. No big deal. Probably just, yeah, the other side's tight, so just this side. It's missing the headlight sockets again on this one. I don't know what happens to these things, but the last one I had did not have the headlight bulbs in there. the wire was just kind of hanging. Okay, well, this one is just hanging down here. I just let it hang. It was up there. It's got some oil leaking out of it. Who knows? You know, it has oil in it. I was actually surprised. I mean, you know, it's like filled to the right level too. I wiped it off yesterday. I'm just moving around, so I guess it changed it a little bit. Tires all have air in them. I mean, he said he's had it for like 6 years, and it just stopped working on him last week, which, I mean, people are always going to tell you that, but I actually kind of believe him because his grass was actually cut mostly. So yeah, it's just kind of like a little bit of deja vu. The only difference I see is the engine tin is metal instead of plastic, so it must be like a year or two older. I'll have to look it up and see what it is. 2003, is that 8 or it's got to be 3 because the other one was a 4. So yeah, it's 1 year older than the last one. So like I said, the brakes work. I don't know if the trans works, but it does at least go into gear and hold and everything. So little bend there. I can probably straighten that out some. Tires definitely got some pretty good wear on it, though it didn't seem like the alignment was crazy off. It's basically straight, so maybe at some point it was. But anyway, so got a new one. It's easier for me just to go ahead and get one like this. That way I don't have to make one trip. I got another one I can screw around with. I sold the last one of these for $450 the same day or the next day, which is a little bit crazy. But I sold my Cub Cadet also for $750. That's the one that came to my house. It's not one of the like flip tractors. That's basically what I'm replacing with the John Deere, which is pretty much fully functional. There'll be some more videos coming out on that. The hydrostatic transmission did get rebuilt and is working fine. I've mowed the entire acre with it twice now. I will say the Tough Torque trans is very quiet and smooth compared to all the other hydrostatics that I've had. It like you really don't hear it making you don't hear it making that like whine noise. You do, but like if the mower deck is going and you're just kind of cruising around the yard normally, you really don't hear anything, where the other tractors, you definitely kind of hear it when you first start moving. So it's smoother, it's not quite as jerky, so I can see why John Deere uses them, I guess, even if maybe they are slightly inferior as far as how long they last. But I just thought I'd kind of give you a little update on these. I'm not going to do like a whole video on this. I'll just kind of show it when it's done real quick kind of thing, and what I sell it for, because we already went through one of these and they're all pretty much the same. So anyway, just a quick little update video. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe. We got lots more stuff coming. I promise that eventually I'm going to get back to working on the E36. I don't like, that's kind of what I want to be doing, but making this extra cash is not bad either. Make some extra cash that I can actually pay for the stuff, pay for some go fast parts and things like that. It's not bad. So anyway, peace. All right, so the Murray got cleaned up a little bit, looks presentable. I swapped over the belt. I think the whole reason that it got jammed up was because the engine was just totally loose. Basically, I've spent no money on it at all. I had the belt. It actually wasn't even, there was 2 belts in that sleeve that I got from the guy for the first Murray. This one actually is used, but it fit. I think that the fact the engine was so loose is why it came off and got jammed up. So I just had a bolt right here with a lock nut that I put in there, so at least it's tight on the frame now. It was missing all these screws. I was able to get like one in here, so at least it's, you know, relatively secure. The carb was just, this whole thing was missing a screw, so I found a screw that flathead right there, fit perfectly, so that's tight. The muffler is still, this bolt was completely rusted up, so I didn't even want to touch it. But you know, everything works. So I basically put it up for 300 bucks as it is. It runs and mows. I cut this little area right here with it. I had like 4 people responding to it already. Some idiot just was texting me this morning, and I made a mistake of giving my address right away because I thought he was serious, and then I was talking about, oh, I can have the cash for you this week. I'm just like, seriously? No, he wants to get it today, but he wants to pay me a week later. Are you kidding me? So anyway, I guess it's one of the downsides to doing this kind of stuff, you know. It's probably better if I just deliver it to people, but then you gotta, you know, I think most people are good, honest people, and you can, you know, take it to them as long as you got something that is good and there's no real reason that they wouldn't want it. You're fine. You know, this one, is it up to my standards? No, it's not at all, but it works. It's still a little early, but I might just go ahead and start up and show that it actually does function as its intended purpose, which is a lawnmower. It works. Sorry, neighbor. It's like, it's 7 o'clock. But it's one of the benefits of being out in the country is nobody can really say anything. So anyway, you know, call it 100 bucks that I owned it for. That's what I kind of gave the guy credit for as far as trade. I had a belt, I had a couple of screws, a little pressure washing, and some, you know, slight little bit of elbow grease there, and it works. It functions. It's, you know, it'll probably last somebody at least the rest of this season, and someone else like me will probably get it to fix it again when it breaks again. So that's it, and thanks for watching.